to shift this lot. They're making a racket because they know they're getting shifted because they've fairly hammered the grass they're on right now. I should have shifted them yesterday, but I was away. Let me know if you can hear and see me, but there's no going back. Just pull open this wire and they're all come fleeing behind me. Go on then, beasts. A bit more grass in here. There's about 50 in this group. Where's my bull? Where is he? I've lost him. I've lost him. Oh, there he is, over there. He's looking fine. We'll go and see him in a minute. Cracker. Is that everything? No. 4 to go, 5 to go, 6 to go. I just onto this bite here, which is 72 metres wide, 500 metres long. Been here for 3 or 4 days, then the next one, then back to the start. We've got the helpers in the Can-Am right now. This just hooks onto the top wire. Done. Happy days. As easy as that. Ah. Alright. Up the hill, we need to shift some fences up there. There's a gate over here we need to close as well. We need to close it because next time they're in here, I don't want them to go through the next bit. How are you? I am fantastic. David, a lot more grass than Northumberland. Yeah, we've got plenty of grass at the moment, touch wood that continues, but partially, well, one, it's been a good growing season so far. Two, obviously doing all this rotational grazing, I think it's improved my yield, but it's hard to know based on last year, which was just always thin because it was so rubbish. It was cool last year and never really got a lot of sunshine to shift grass. I might have rubbish signal where I'm driving right now. This gate here. How long till the combine's out? Not long. Need to go and see a few fields, but 2.5 weeks maybe? Maybe 3, just depends. Kev's off, Harvey's off. So I don't want the combine to be going this week. Right, that's just a wee patch next door, so I split these two bits into two. Weather's been fantastic, no complaints weather-wise. Just as long as we get a good spell, a good run through harvest, happy days. Crops are looking well. Spring crops have improved actually. They were looking shocking, but if the weather continues as is and they get a good fill on the peas, that'll make up for the fact that they're very thin, so we might end up with an average crop rather than a rubbish crop of spring crop. Winter crop looks brilliant. We just need the weather to harvest and then get them in the shed. They're not worth any money until they're in the shed. Calves been getting big. How long before weaning? We'll wean them just when they come off of grass in a few months, so not for a while yet. They're on creep feeders at the moment as well, so they're starting to nibble quite a bit more. The first 2 months they don't touch the creeping. Well, they just have a little bit here and there and you never fill it up, whereas the last 2 weeks, the last 3 weeks I've filled it up twice now, so they're starting to get into the chomping a bit of creep. Just get away around here. We've got a fence atop here to move so they can access water. Bit steep down here. All I need to do is move this little segment, this bit, to join onto the top of that fence, so the cattle can't come back that way. They can only come up here and along there to the water and the creek feeder. Fix your drone yet? No, I got a quote to fix it, and it was the same price as buying it. Well, it was a little bit cheaper than buying a second-hand body only, so I've not decided what to do. And the other drone was 80 quid to fix a tiny wee plastic bit, which probably cost 3p, so I might just do that myself. You come to help? Get a Mavic 4 Pro. What have I got right now? I've got a Mini 4, which is fine for wee jobs, and then I've got an Air 3, which is really good. Right, that spool just needs to lift off there. Right, you two go and pull out 2 of those blue stakes, but don't touch the wire, it's electric. Who's going to touch it first by accident? It'll be stiff, you need to pull hard. That's it, it's coming. There you go, Emily. One more, Freddie. Right, if you carry it back when I walk. That's it. Oh, don't worry, don't touch. Emily just about grabbed it. That's okay. I'll need 2 hands to wind this up a bit to take the slack. Oh well, actually I might be alright. It came off, but we'll get it back on. Freddie, go back a bit, because that needs to go halfway, or a third of the way. Right, so put this on here. That's strong enough there. Right, stand back a wee bit. I'm going to pull this tight, it might ping off the other one. Is that going to stay there? Stay there for now. Right, hold on. Yeah, leave that there for now. Just keep that one off and I'll pull this one out. It's a bit tight. It's a bit more grass in there, but actually not as thick as I was hoping it would be. Let's go out there. I didn't set it. I set this up to a reasonable standard, but not. If I'm going to keep going with rotational grazing, I'm going to go and set it up a lot more kind of permanent and quicker to change fences and move them about. Use a lot more. I'll shove a few strainers in some places just for end points of the fence. Right, you go forward a bit, Freddie. Go no, that way. Yeah, that's it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, right, just hold it there, I'll come and put it in. Emily, do you want to hold that? You keep it pointed at me and Freddie. Good. Watch out, watch out.
What did we do about the wire?
What wire? Right, just go. Yeah, we just have to go under. Right, go under without getting a zap. Can you jump it? You think you can jump it, Freddie? You think you can jump it? I'll jump it. Right, come on in. Sorry, it's the wind. We'll get inside. Yeah, apologies for the wind there. Can't help it. So the cows that I moved, they're in this section here, way up and down, and then they can get out that gap and come up and round to the water trough, which is over that side, and then in a few days time they'll go into the next segment there. once the grass has shifted a little bit. Mr. Baldy's farm taught me I want to shift my cows off the grass when it's at about golf ball height. I want to shift them onto new stuff, which is anywhere that's probably about a tall beer can height, like a 440ml or a pint beer can. And what did he say? Something about a small beer can. I can't remember what the small beer can was in relation to. Right, we'll just check this creek feeder's got grub in it. It should do. Should have plenty. Here, Doug. Yeah, it's fine. Freddie, you want to get that gate? Has the bateman been out yet? No, still in some pieces. I'm waiting on CT Scott coming to do a service on the engine. And they're just going to have a wee once over for me, just because I'm no expert. So I'd like them just to have a little look, and it's easier to have a look when it's all split apart. Did you catch your finger? Caught his finger. He'll be alright. He'll be alright, will he? Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the sprayer out, so I'm hoping they're coming out this week, fingers crossed, and then get it all back together, ready to spray off some OSR, which shall not be miles away.
Where are we gonna?
Winter barley here. Let's just turn this off. Are you managing? That's it, that's it. There you go. And now pull the... Yeah, what to do, Freddie? Do it without your hand. Oh well, that's it. Right, you jump over. Right, winter barley here. This is an absolute cracker of a crop. It's still this field's quite far away yet. 3 weeks maybe. 3 weeks, but thick. The green's pretty much all the way now. It's all yellow. There's a little bit of green left in the awns. They actually do a little bit for grain fill. Look at that thick crop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big heavy peas on the top of that as well. No complaints about that crop. What stage are they at now? How firm are they? Nah, they are beginning to firm up, so it might be sooner than we're thinking, but it's hard to do this flipping one hand.
That was very green. Yeah, that was very green.
Yeah, it's still a little bit soft doughy, but it's not just when you squeeze it popping out the shell, so it is getting there. The green has definitely disappeared just the last week, but it's a brilliant looking crop. All winter barley, all across the country, to be fair. Winter barley looks good. OSRs look amazing, better than they ever have. Wheats look okay, not bad. I think they'll all average an okay yield, nothing to write home about. And then spring crops, at best they'll be average, at very best. There's still a bit of time to decide whether they'll be average, poor or very poor. So we'll see what weather brings. What's that? Winter barley has been harvested in Normandy. I've seen a few, where was I? Oh, there was a field not far from the Highland Show which looked a week away. And that was last weekend, so there'll be a few combines going this week, I would imagine. And then there'll be plenty down south already going by now. Oh, there's Gate Lady. Better not show Gate Lady. Good looking barley, thank you. Looking forward to seeing the bateman in action. I am looking forward to driving it, figuring out how the damn thing works, but should be a good upgrade for us. Just frees up a tractor, especially at harvest and drilling time. Bit easier just to go and quickly fill up a tank and get going. You're not taking off machines and putting on the sprayer. Are you looking forward to seeing the new sprayer going?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got your belts on? Right, get it on. You're getting in trouble. What else has been happening? Had Peter, who put the whole of the internals and whatnot into the shed, up quoting to do a bit of concrete and whatnot round about here, and there's doors still to hang at the end of the shed, so he was up waiting on a price coming back from him. Bull problems, yeah, there's a video coming out. If I do it tonight, it'll be out tomorrow on my newest bull. Had a sore foot. Oh, and I had my hopes set on him being the solution to all the problems I've had with bulls, but no. I think it was a front foot. I think he just where he was working was flat, so I think he must have just taken a tumble, kind of gone over it and hurt himself. There wasn't any foul in the foot, and it was just all swollen, so I think he just took a tumble. But he has recovered quite well, actually. We'll go and see him right now. Make sure you all clear the tank before you spray at the start. Yeah, we'll give it a rinse out of water. All clear as well. Give the lines a clean, but it seems pretty good. There's a little bit of gunk in the tank. Gunk in the tank. I need to clear first. Right, let's have here's a wee update on Peggy. My new bull that I had everything. I had the future based on this lad, because he was the only one who hadn't gone lame this season until last week. But he is getting better.
No.
Front right.
No.
We'll see if he can
Oh.
swing this gate round and see if he'll do a bit of walking. Go on, boy. On you go. He's vastly improved. He was not for. He lay down all day one day, wouldn't budge. But once we've got him a bit of treatment, anti-inflammatories, pain relief, and that's really all there is for it, because he's just gone over it, I think. So I had said it out loud that if he finishes off the season without any problems with legs, feet, and scanning goes well, I was just going to go straight back to Ross at Wolfstar and buy another bull. I messaged him 2 days before this bull went lame and said, "Have you got an Angus for me next year?" Which he said he might have one. And then he went lame the next day. Typical. You couldn't flippin' write it. But he's recovering, so he'll be all right. The other bulls are all out working now, and we're 9 weeks through bulling now. So 9 weeks through bulling on a normal bulling cycle, on a normal group of cows that are all reaching heat at similar times, not like me that's got a big staggered calving. You should be expecting to get up to the kind of 90-95% of your cows in calf. So by now, huge chunk of them should be in calf, so I'm not needing the bull power right now. Nah, he's still sore on that. You see him not wanting to put a huge amount of weight on it, but he's getting there. We'll get him there. I'm actually going to fence a field down the bottom here. It's wheat in it right now. It's only 5 hectares, and it's a bit of an awkward bit. It doesn't yield well. It's next to a wood, and it's just a bit of a pain. So we're going to fence it. I'm going to run some bulls on some stubble this winter. See if that improves things for next year, because without a doubt, outwintered bulls outperform bulls that are inside in the winter, just because they're active, they're fitter, they're moving, they're on their feet more, they're harder hoofs. Whereas where I've got them in there, yes, a bullpen's built for having bulls in them, but if it means lame bulls and sore bulls all during bulling time, there's no point in having them. Spare pens though, they'll get used for all sorts. They're so handy. So that's the plan. Run them on some stubble, get them nice and hardy, and whether there's one native I might replace. tempted. He seems to be the worst of the lot for feet, and actually when he got trimmed, the hoof trimmer said, yeah, bad feet, do not breed from him. So yeah, food for thought. We'll figure it out, won't we?
Yeah.
What have you been doing today? You've been helping on farm. You're on school holidays now.
Yeah.
So you're going to be helping for the next 8 weeks.
Yeah.
You're going to be busy.
Well, for 10 days we can't.
10 days.
Because we're going to 9.
Oh, you're on holiday for 10 days. So I'm down on the labour force. Click like if you've not already. What else is there? There's not really much else to show you. I'll show you some fat beasts if you want. See how they're getting on. I've got 5 going away on Tuesday. They're doing well. I weighed some, when did I weigh some? Last week. Weight gains are pretty good. Still would like them higher, but that's, you always want them higher. I think they were 1.4 something kilos a day. A group that were down at yard 3 that hadn't been weighed since weaning time. So since weaning, they'd done 1.41 kilos per day till last week. So can't really complain at that. Here we are, big chunks. So this is the heaviest lot. They're slightly lighter, but not miles off. These Anguses, there's 5 of them going Tuesday because they're just getting a bit plump and fat. I've deliberated, do I next year set up batches, so I've got all my Anguses in one batch and try and feed them differently, because I end up with a lot of kind of wee short fat things like that, and they to be fair, they don't kill out terribly, but I wonder if I could get a better kill out if I fed them differently to the simmies. But at the same time, we're getting them away pretty sharp, and they're putting on weight well. Like, look at this one. Look at that. Massive big brisket on it. Thick as anything. That is so ready to go. But it's quite a wee short stout thing. It'll kill out quite well, because a lot of these wee short things kill well, but I'm just figuring it out as we go. Experimenting. The feed. We dropped the molasses just because it's been warmer, and Alec, who does the bruising, didn't want to do as high a concentrate of molasses in the feed in case it went off just in the heat. So there's less molasses in there, so there's definitely seen a little bit of drop in feed over the last couple of months, and they have slowed a little bit, but they're still doing well. They're doing fine. I can't really complain. Have you? Do they go to ABP? How does the supply and demand work? Are they always in demand? Yeah, they're fairly always in demand at the moment. Well, maybe 3 weeks, a month ago, when the early bulls started landing, and they weren't in demand as much. Over the last 6 months or however long, I've just phoned up and said, right, can I get 3 in next week or start of the week? And it's always been, yeah, no bother, they're in. But just a month ago I phoned up and they said, no, you'll need to wait 2 or 3 weeks. They managed to squeeze them in somewhere, thankfully, but now as spring cattle are starting to hit the abattoirs, less of a demand, definitely. Well, and the prices dropped because of that surge in beef being available. It's dropped. It's almost down a full pound on the peak, which is pretty drastic. But hopefully I'll kind of pick up again once the bulk of the spring stuff is through the system. But saying that, then that means we'll be out of cattle as well. I'm actually going to try a few down to Highland meats this week. Just seem to be paying a little bit better, so I'm going to try a few, see how they kill out. Different abattoirs and different places kill differently. Like a percentage, so ballpark, if we put things into ABP, you can almost bank it's going to be around about 55% kill out. So if a 700 kilo animal, or what's 55% of 700 kilos? Can anyone work that out for me very quickly? But if you put them in, they'll kill out about 55%. Whereas you put them down to John Scott's, they'll kill out a bit higher percentage, but they're not trimmed as hard. We have to obviously do a little bit more trimming in our own abattoir, in our own butchery, So you end up with a bit more waste, but then you end up with some more product that you can potentially use in certain products to use up that cut that might be waste to an abattoir that's producing for a supermarket, but not necessarily for a local butcher. So we'll see how they kill out, try them at Highland Meats a bit further away, but I think the difference in price will definitely cover the haulage cost, which is, I don't know, £25, £30 a head, whatever it's going to be. So Tuesday we'll see what happens with that. Could I say hello to Archie and Duncan? Absolutely. Hello Archie and Duncan from Yorkshire. Good lads, keep at it. We'll see you somewhere in the future, no doubt. How about a limousine bull next time? I don't really fancy a limousine bull. My neighbour, he's every so often when I see him, I've got some good limousines for you. Cows, mind, but nah, I don't fancy limousines. Just trickier calvings, and I just want calvings to be simple, easy, no Caesars. I had one Caesar this year. I've had one Caesar ever in the last 5 years since I've been doing this. One Caesar, and it was a bought-in cow, a bought-in heifer, which was a little bit plump. It was to a limousine. I knew there might have been problems coming, and problems came. Whereas with any of this lot, not had a single Caesar or hardly had any tight calvings. Did I have any assistance from the vets in the last 2 years? No. No, so makes life easy. Could you do me a massive favour and say hello to Isabel? Hello, Isabel. Are you going to be a cattle farmer, a sheep farmer, drive a tractor, a vet? We'll see you at a show, at the Highland Show next year. We'll see you there. Have you thought about getting some Dexter cattle? No, I don't know a huge lot about Dexter cattle, if anything. These two must be bored as anything. Are you bored?
No.
No. Aye, right. Are you seeing the benefit in grass growth with rotational? I think I am, but it's hard to tell because last year was obviously very slow growing. It was cold. It wasn't very sunny, so it's hard to compare the 2 years. And this is the first year. Well, we've still more cattle this year than we did last year, but previous to that, we hardly had any, so grass wasn't really a problem. Or the next few years, we'll figure it out. It's hard to tell when you've got a lot more cattle to see how the grass is doing, performing. Hereford crosses, due to their slower growth, or not due to their slower growth. Yeah, what we're doing right now I like, because we're not using everything ourselves, so we can kind of pick and choose. Like the smaller, kind of chunkier Anguses that produce a nicer steak, we can use them through our own butchery. Smaller, fatter steak. And then we can pick out the bigger, heavier Anguses, the 750 kilo beasts, and animals that suit going to that weight, and put them to ABP. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Herefords, yeah, I guess they would provide similar to what the Angus is doing. Slower, slightly smaller beasts. But I like the Angus. I want another Angus bull. It's hard. My Angus bull he works, he gets cows and calf. He's always on his feet working, but I just want a kind of, he's not a particularly fancy bull. I would like a slightly fancier Angus. You end up with beasts like that. It's fine, and they'll kill out all right, but you could get a nicer looking animal. You had that one C-section this year. Yes, I did. Will I get rid of the cow? No, because I don't think it was the fault of the cow. It was the fact that she was too fit, and in calf to limousine, just the stars did not align with that. She's actually taken, I put another calf onto her because I needed her for a set of twins. So she's carrying a calf right now, and she's out in the fields getting in calf to, I think I put her to the Angus on purpose. So she's still here. I think she'll be all right. She should calf fine. Superb steaks from Glogburn, and the banana chutney. Banana chutney is a winner. Right, you two, I've had a message from your mother. Tea's ready, and I'm hoping my tea's ready as well. Cheers for watching. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. If you've not already, go and watch today's video. What was happening in today's video? Have you watched it yet?
No.
I can't even remember. Oh, the calf with the broken leg. Update on that calf. good news or bad news. Basically it was, well, you can go watch the video and figure it out. Cheers, like this on your way out. I'll see you tomorrow.